Views expressed by Casters Guild members are only the opinions of that member, and that could change from day to day. Guild members may use mature language, but that in no way means they are mature. Listener discretion is advised.
We can't know where we're going until we know where we came from. And tonight is all about where we're going, and therefore where we came from. Confused yet? Good, because that's the spell we're casting tonight on Casters Guild. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Casters Guild. I am your Guild Master of Production, Rick Perry.
And I am your Guild Master of Imagination, Baron Kane.
And we are so happy to be back.
Hell yes, I am. I've been chomping at the bit for quite a while. Now that we're here, I don't know what to talk about. All right, good night, everybody.
Well, there's a couple pleasantries I'd like to get out of the way first. First of all, to the fans of Casters Guild, thank you. I did notice that during our downtime, there has not been a single week with 0 plays, which means you guys have been going back and listening to the backlogs, re-listening to episodes, and you have no idea what that does for my morale.
Yeah, I've been very pleased to see that. I don't know, it gives me that drive to keep going. I mean, if maybe we had dropped off, like we didn't have any views or listens for the last couple months, I get it. We're a little late jumping back into the game.
Yeah, I still would have understood. Yeah.
But I mean, wow. Yeah. I'm seriously happy that we were able to have that kind of effect on everybody to keep listening and give us that drive to keep going.
Yeah, and then the next little thing I want to get out of the way is a little apology. I know we cut season 2 a little short, and we're a little late getting into season 3, and I made a lot of promises on stuff I would be doing in between seasons, but due to some things going on in my personal life, my own mental health, and lack of proper equipment, which was actually a really big one, I've pretty much done nothing in the downtime. But that being said, I have a lot of really cool stuff planned for season 3, so hopefully I'll be able to make it up to you.
Yeah, we got all that stuff that I made up yesterday, and I can't even remember what it is now. Dang it! Oh, that's right. We're taking show on the road. We're
on the road.
Going international.
Guild train on tour, baby.
We really should do like a thing where we get on a train and just take a trip and then just do a whole show on the trip.
The thing is that wouldn't be that hard or expensive.
No. And we'd get a nice train trip out of it.
Yeah. I think that might be something that might actually be in the works. The Guild train episode.
We can't do it on the actual Guild train because, there's not really any room for passengers. We're always shipping stuff on that thing, but
yeah, that and
the
fact that it's interdimensional also means that like the equipment we use would stop working halfway through as it passes through dimensions, because
and then when we get
we use different equipment depending on which dimension we're recording in that particular day or that particular week. And so like we couldn't just have like one full episode recorded straight through like that, cuz it would just keep chopping. We'd have to keep switching equipment. It's just not feasible.
And then everybody would expect things out of us. We'd have responsibilities and
oh yeah.
That's just not feasible.
There are certain planes of existence, certain universes that we travel to that when we get there, like people expect certain things of us. They are like, "Oh, you're in Ravnica. You have to stop by." And it's like, "No, we're working. Sorry. Can't."
Sorry. Also, it's Ravnica.
Yeah, the elephant people are very expectant.
Whoa.
Expectant elephants.
I wasn't going to throw them under the train, but
I will say though, Baron, you've been very accessible during our downtime.
I mean, I've been trying to be. I still kind of keep semi-active on TikTok, and I've been going hard on Twitch. So yeah, I've definitely been easy to contact. And what else have I been doing? Mainly that.
Those are the important parts.
I've been on Discord, pretty much lurking. Making sure that our guild members are behaving and sending a good message. But But yeah.
Yeah, definitely go check out Baron's Twitch. It's a good time. And I'll say that as a person who doesn't really watch a lot of Twitch or watch a lot of streamers. It's less about the game and more about the conversation and hanging out with Baron, and he's just a cool guy to hang out with. So definitely go check out his stream.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You know it, man. So let's talk a little bit about last year.
If we have to.
So how do you think we did last year overall?
Man, I'll tell you what. After last year, I was exhausted. So we had to have been doing okay.
We definitely hit it hard. If nothing else, we hit it hard.
That we did. And I think for the most part, I'm largely satisfied with every show that we did.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there was any duds in season 2.
No, and I'll have to say that I don't think I have any kind of, like, breakout favorites either, which is normally a good thing for me. Because, I mean, I feel like we put a lot of work. I mean, you put a lot of work into it. I put a lot of thought into what I was doing. Definitely way more than the first season, which, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I roll, but I think the first season, felt like it was more for fun than anything.
Yeah.
And then, like, part way through, I think we realized that we were actually really getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we went hard in the second season, and I doubled down on my commitment to it, and... Oh, yeah, and then that second season is when I started doing the, Is that when I started doing that, D&D podcast that hasn't been released yet?
Yeah, it's when it started, like, was toward the end of season 2.
So tired last year. Oh, man.
I will say, season 1, I think we were figuring out who we were as casters, finding our own voice, which I think we did before the end of season 1. I don't think it took the entire season 1 to do that. And then season 2, we took that voice that we had found and we fine-tuned it and just put the gas pedal all the way to the floor on that voice. We were just like, we figured it out. We know what we're doing now. And not to say that, like, I'm a professional or I know better than anybody else when it comes to podcasting or anything like that, but I knew what I was doing, what I wanted to do with this podcast, which I think I was still figuring out in season 1. So now that I knew what I wanted when I had figured that out, I was like, let's go all in.
We'll also say this, and man, I'm telling you, this is going to be super cliche, and it's going to be super cheesy, but as soon as I say it, I know you're going to agree with me, all right? First season was for us. We did that for us because, you know, it was the beginning of the crisis. We were feeling disconnected from everybody, including each other. We were working from home and just we needed to do something. So we came together and did this for us. Second season, we did this for you, the viewers, the listener, you know? And again, that sounds cheesy, but you know what? It's true.
Yeah.
We realized that we had people that were listening to us that heard our voice. And like you said, we found our voice and people heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So we fine-tuned that voice and we learned how to speak to you, the viewer or the listeners, better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we just kind of ran with it.
And I'm not going to say that it's entirely unselfish. Season 2 was still for us as well, just as like season 3 will be for us as well. If
it ever gets to the point where it's not for us, we're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Not that we don't love you guys, not that if you're listening, we love you and we are doing it for you. But at the same time, if 0 people were listening, I'd still be recording.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it ever gets to the point where we're not doing it for us, that means it's not fun anymore. If we are not benefiting from it, and I don't hate to say it, but humans are selfish creatures in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, I like helping people. I like helping people because it makes me feel good, though. Helping people makes me feel good. If it didn't make me feel good, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess I'm lucky that helping people makes me feel good.
Right. And honestly, I think at this point, just to not acknowledge it would just be so disingenuous. So, like, I'd rather just acknowledge, yeah, we do this for us. And yeah, we're glad that you enjoy it, and we are doing it for you too. But yeah, it is for us, and that's just where we're at, you know?
Look, I'm not going to lie. Maybe one day, there's going to be one day that's going to come, and we may be like, you know what? I'm not getting anything out of this anymore. And it's going to be over. We're going to stop doing what we're doing.
Yep.
Would we do something different? Maybe. I mean, I could see us totally doing something different.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's no guarantee. We could just stop what we're doing.
Yep.
And that could be just one of us too. And this could be just me rambling. But if we're doing this, and Guildmaster Rick is all of a sudden like, you know what, this isn't doing anything for me, I'm done too. I'm not going to keep forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
Yep.
So yeah, we are doing this for us. I'm doing this for him. He is doing this for me, and we are doing this for you. But first and foremost, we are doing it for ourselves.
Confused yet? Good. It's perfect.
That's what we're here for today.
So I will say, I think I did have a few breakout episodes, a couple episodes that I found were my favorites.
Now watch, you're going to say them, and I'm going to be like, oh, you're right. Me too.
And that'll be true for any episode I say, because you legitimately loved them all. But I would say my number one last season was the Miyazaki Studio Ghibli episode.
Oh, okay. All right.
I feel like we got a little deep on that episode, and I don't often do research for episodes, but I did a little research for that one. Like I watched a couple of deep dives on YouTube. I watched a couple of Miyazaki movies in the week leading up to the episode, and I feel like it shows, and I feel like I got a lot of really good stuff out of that.
Absolutely. And on my part, I outright avoided Grave of the Firefly as part of my research.
Right.
I feel like I did good, and I came out of it a better person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will continue to recommend that you
avoid it.
I really enjoyed the Legend of Zelda and Kevin Smith episodes for the same reason.
I will say between the two, the Kevin Smith one was probably my favorite. And I don't know why, but it just felt, I don't know, alive. You know what I mean? It was like, it was fun. Not that the Zelda one wasn't fun, but I think it was Grizz's exuberance.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was like watching a kid talk about dinosaurs, and I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? Grizz, a full-grown man, and I'm equating him to a kid talking about dinosaurs. But you know what? That's fine. We're all fucking kids deep down, and nothing wrong with that. And then we played video games in that too, didn't we? Or no, you and Grizz did.
Yeah, for the Kevin Smith, me and Grizz played the co-op Mall Brawl game. For the Legend of Zelda episode, I think you and I were playing the game, and then Grizz was kind of the one not playing the game and asking us some questions. So in both instances, we were playing games in order to kind of give our users something to look at while we were doing it live.
I think I realized another reason why I liked the Kevin Smith one better, because I was super distracted playing the Zelda one.
It's tough.
I couldn't tell you any of the questions that we talked about. You know what I mean? And I like Zelda. Oh, you know what? I can tell you one thing that we talked about. I hate Legend of Zelda 2. I know we talked about that, and I know I said it. How do I know that? Because there's no way I could talk about Legend of Zelda and not talk about how much I hate Legend of Zelda 2.
Yeah, and I did my best to defend it, but once again, I was also distracted, so.
I think you did? I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, distracted.
But I don't know. I mean, like, if you listen to those episodes afterwards, I will say Kevin Smith was a bitch to edit because of the way that it came out, and it ended up coming out in pieces, and I kind of had to rearrange things, and there was just a lot of technical difficulties on that one. But I think I got something listenable out of it, and it was just a fun experience. I learned a lot. And as much as I don't like the afterwork of the live episodes, I do really enjoy recording the live episodes enough to where I will put up with the afterwork of the live episodes.
And that said, I can't wait to do more live episodes.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely get more live episodes on. So yeah, I love both of those, and both for the same reason, because they were just fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one other one. What was my other one that I really liked? I'm having a look through. Yes, our representation episode. A lot of our episodes, and like this is on purpose. A lot of our episodes we talk about like not so deep stuff, kind of shallow stuff. It's about turning our brains off and talking about something stupid and geeky. But I feel like we stepped up to the plate for representation and got some really good guests who had some really good things to say. And we didn't shy away from it just because it was, a more intense topic than what we're used to. And I really enjoyed that, and I look forward to doing more of that during season 3 as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely. I think what I would love to do more is like if we did something like that. Like let's just say we redid the representation episode. I think that we should just kind of set up the episode and then just step back and just let them take over.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while maybe jump in with like a question or something like that. You know what? That's it. That brings up a good point though. We'll have to figure out what episodes we're going to want to do like that.
Yeah, something else where we can kind of really dive into, an issue that plagues geek culture, that is not just, oh, Star Wars is cool. Well, actually talk about something. We'll definitely have to figure something out for season 3.
Right. Yeah, definitely a way for us to be able to make a statement for the guild to really place a statement on an issue, and at the same time hand over a platform to someone who would need it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I will say that yeah, we had a lot of stuff happen. You and I have had a lot of stuff happen in the last few months even.
Mm-hmm.
Would you care to at least talk about some of the good stuff?
Yeah. Honestly, I'll talk about the good, the bad, and everything in between.
Let's talk about the good stuff first. We'll talk about the good stuff first.
So I've got a new job where it's giving me more time to focus on the things that I want to focus on. I get to work from home now, so no commute. I'm spending, more time in my game room, be that a good thing or a bad thing. I have a new computer now due to this new job. My time in between jobs kind of put me in a weird financial place, but this new job I've been able to catch up. I got a new computer, which means I'll be honest with you guys, I was really stressing about Casters Guild over the past few months. There was a part of me that thought season 3 just was not going to happen. I was concerned because if I didn't get a new computer, the way my old computer was acting, basically we'd go to record an episode and then 10 or 15 minutes into the episode, my computer would blue screen, just like completely crash. And I don't know why it was doing it. I tried everything. I tried new fans and new heat sinks. I tried, messing with my RAM. I tried deleting a bunch of stuff from my computer. I tried all kinds of stuff, and it just wasn't working. And it's one of the reasons we had to end season 2 early. And one of the reasons it's taken us so long to get back to season 3 is because I've been trying to get this equipment. But now I have a new computer. I have a new microphone. I know that especially the second half of season 2, my audio was really bad. Once again, I apologize to any fans who are listening to that. I was difficult to listen to. Like, it was really quiet, and there was really not much I could do in post-production to fix it. So I'm really glad, really grateful that I got this new job, more time, got this new equipment, and season 3 was actually able to happen.
Yeah, I was really excited. And and it's really easy to say, it's really easy for someone to step back and be like, you know what? I know you got this, but I knew you had this. And I knew that eventually we were going to get back on the train and we were going to keep on rolling. And I knew it. I just knew that you were in between jobs and, shit was going down. You have family and your family was doing a great job taking care of you. But I knew that you had this horse waiting for you to jump on and roll. So I just knew it was just a matter of time, and tried to do my best to, keep your heart light enough to realize that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and, and go for it. So I'm just happy that you stuck with it. You didn't give up. You kept your hope, and you got here. And now, you're in a hell of a position now.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm super proud of you.
I appreciate that a ton. Yeah, but like I said, I'll kind of talk about a little bit about everything because you know what, fuck it, this is my podcast, and if I'm going to talk about personal stuff, that's my prerogative. Last year, I lost somebody really close to me. He's my nephew, and even doing Casters Guild, or the thought of doing Casters Guild, kind of bummed me out for a little bit because right before he passed away, we were making plans to have him on, and it just really hurt. Even to come back to Casters Guild and recording an episode, knowing that I was never going to be able to get him onto an episode. And there's a lot of other stuff I was dealing with too. That's just like the relevant part to Casters Guild. And after taking the time off to go be with my family during that time, I went back to my old job, and just the attitude I was getting from my manager. And I don't want to speak too badly of the guy, because honestly, he's a decent guy. We just have a fundamental difference in opinion about his management style. So I had to quit. Like, I just wasn't in a space where I could deal with that at that time. And not to be alarmist or anything like that, but like, I have my own issues I'm dealing with, and just if I had continued to stay in that space, it just would not have been good for me, and for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's one of the things I was proud about. It's really hard, especially, and we're not in the middle of a pandemic anymore, but we were definitely still in it. And for you to take that step, that was huge. And then you stepped into something better.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get into it, but yeah, I was definitely able to get into this new job, and the time in between was very stressful, but it says volumes that was less stressful than it would have been staying at my previous job.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely very happy for you. It was definitely a ride, kind of being on the outside looking in, seeing what you were going through, what you were doing to get control of that, and seeing you come out the other side. That was definitely a trip. That was a roller coaster of craziness there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm glad I'm on this side of it.
Yes.
And I think Vision said it best, where grief is simply love holding on or refusing to let go, or whatever the quote is. I'm paraphrasing here.
Grief is love persevering.
There you go. Grief is love persevering. So I think it'll be a long time before I'm not dealing with that grief. I mean, like, I'm still dealing with that grief to this day, but I'm doing a whole lot better than I was.
Right. Yeah, and obviously I would be shocked if you were to come up to me and tell me right now, yeah, you know what? I think I've dealt with it. My grief is I've done dealing with my grief. I would not believe you, for one.
Right. Be like, yeah, sure.
Yep. And then two, would be seriously worried for your well-being. So, yeah, I'm glad you are acknowledging that and still trying to move.
So now that we've talked about that, and hopefully haven't brought the mood down too much, what have you been up to? What have you got new going on?
Well, funny story. I too got a new job.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. There was a point to where I was at my old job, and anybody listening, anybody out there that's listening, I want you to take this as a lesson. I was at my job of 2-3 years, almost 3 years, and I knew I was not getting paid what I was worth. I was not getting what I was worth. And yeah, not all jobs come down to money or anything like that, but I was definitely not being treated the way I should, and I was not getting paid what I was worth. And let's face it, guys, if you are spending that much time away from home, away from your bed, away from your loved ones, you need to be compensated for that time that you will never, ever get back in this life. So, I realized that I was not getting paid what I was worth. So, I left, and I went somewhere else. And I'm getting paid a lot more now. And I'm not saying, I'm making bank, but you know what? I think I'm getting paid what I'm worth now. I'm learning a lot of skills. I'm learning more in the job field that I'm in. I feel like this could be a job that I could potentially retire from if I stuck with it. And if not, I'm going to learn a bunch of stuff that I'll be able to take to another job. So it was definitely a lesson for me. It was right around the holidays, though, so boy howdy, my holidays were crazy. In the meantime, though, I, again, around the time my job transition was happening, I lost my uncle, I lost one of my best friends, and this is all happening around the time where I was getting this job. In fact, the day my friend was being laid to rest was my first day at the job. And I couldn't reschedule.
Right.
And the funny part about this is he is the reason why I went into the job field I am in today. So, I think if anybody's going to understand why I didn't make the funeral, I think he would. So,
Right.
but yeah, it's definitely been an emotional time for both of us. I'm speaking for Guildmaster Rick here. It's been an emotional few months for both of us. Good, bad, stress. I mean, I know you were going without a job there for a little while. I had a job and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it.
Right.
It's yeah.
But I think all of this is important because if you've clicked on this episode, you realize that the title of this episode is State of the Guild or State of the Guild Address. And all of this information is important for you to understand the state of the guild. Because right now, the guild is me, Baron, and the person listening. That's pretty much what the guild is. And what you're going to expect out of us, or what you can expect out of us, is all a result of what we've been through over the past year, and where we plan to take it. I'm not saying that this podcast is automatically going to shift to like this serious personal introspection podcast. I mean,
It better not.
the reason I'm telling you this is we started the podcast because there was a crisis going on, a global crisis, and we weren't doing so well mentally, and so we needed an outlet to just goof around with our friends and talk about dumb shit. And so, if anything, this should let you know that we're going to lean even harder into goofing off with our friends and talking about dumb shit.
Yeah, I'll say that for me that this podcast has been it's kind of been an escape. So,
Right.
I mean, even for like when we went into that super serious representation episode, that was definitely a divergence from what we were used to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not regretting it, and I can't wait to do more. But, this has largely been an escape for me. And it's going to keep being an escape for me, even when we aren't. It won't be an escape when we are hitting those hot topic issues.
Right.
But what am I trying to say? If this didn't stay funny out
Right.
there, it's not going to be good for my mental health.
Right. Because
You know what I mean?
there is unhealthy escapism, and then there's healthy escapism. And like, I think we, really are far onto the side of healthy escapism because, we're going through it with each other.
Yes. We're making sure that the other one isn't, I guess, drifting too far away. Not using this we're using it as an escape and not
We are escaping, but we're staying tethered.
Correct. Which is very important, especially when you are trying to stay aware of your mental health,
Yeah.
Don't let yourself drift too far.
And I'm gonna put our email right here, castersguild@gmail.com, for several reasons. One, if you feel like that you need somebody to talk to, I'm not a professional or anything, but like I would rather you talk to me than not talk to anybody. So please reach out, castersguild@gmail.com, if you're feeling the way we are feeling, because we understand the state of the world, especially with a lot of things that have happened very recently that I don't think I'll really go too much into. There's reason to, need somebody to talk to.
And I will say too I will say that emailing us directly is going to be the best way to deal with that. Maybe dropping into a group discussion and laying that all out there is not the best. You're not going to get the reaction that you are needing.
Yeah, we have a Discord, and don't get me wrong, if you reach out to me on Discord, I'm still going to talk to you. But, making a post in our Discord, people don't, I'm assuming a lot of people, because I wouldn't want to talk about a crisis that I'm going through in like a group board on Discord. But like, if I can just email somebody and know that they're going to be the only person who see it, that's a whole lot better for me.
Yeah. I would much prefer helping you deal with the situation privately anyways.
Yeah. And two, another reason I'm putting out the email right now is we have a whole season ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen, and we have some guests. I wouldn't say planned. We have guests that we're trying to plan, but we have an entire season we're trying to fill, and we want you on. Yes, if you are listening, I'm talking about you. Don't think about, oh, they don't really know me that well. They don't really want to have me. No, you. If you are listening to Casters Guild, you are a fan of Cast Guild, you are a member of Casters Guild, we want you on our podcast. Email us. Let us know what you want to talk about for a couple of hours, and we will do our best to fit it into season 3.
And obviously, we are not looking for experts on subjects. We are looking for fans. We are looking for geeks. We are looking for people who enjoy to talk about the things that we like to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
If we wanted experts, we would ask and fail to talk to experts.
If you think that we want experts, you haven't been paying attention to our podcast.
That is also correct.
Because we've had pretty much no experts.
Now, we have had some insightful people.
Oh, yeah.
We have had wonderful people. And I would argue that we have had people on that could be considered experts on the subject. Why? Because they're fans.
Mm-hmm.
Don't shortchange yourself. Don't shortchange your passion in a subject just because you haven't been formally talking about something or been on other podcasts or done your research or anything like that. That doesn't mean that you're not fit to talk about them. Believe me. Look at me. I'm not friggin' qualified to get on here and talk about various fandoms and D&D and comic books, but I'm a fan. That's enough.
No, we're just a couple of goofy motherfuckers who like talking about shit.
That's right.
And one thing I'll say, some feedback we've gotten from guests is we have had people who've never done any kind of recording, never been on any kind of podcast, and like had no idea what to expect. And they always tell us they had fun and they can't wait to come back. And that's what we try to do. We try to make it so you have fun. We're just hanging out. At the end of the day, I make it sound good in post, but like at the end of the day, all we're doing is we're just hanging out and having a conversation about something that we like.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, come on the show and, let us make you sound good.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun, right? Do it.
We'll make it fun. Speaking of fun, I did something fun today, and I don't know how else to transition into it, but I really want to talk about it. So
not until you find a good transition.
Well, speaking of something fun, I did something fun today. But I'm a member of a couple different cosplay groups on Facebook, and one of the cosplay groups, I saw a post from Jason Page. If you don't know who Jason Page is, he is the guy who sung the original Pokemon theme song for the Pokemon anime. You know the one I'm talking about, the Gotta Catch 'Em All.
Do we? Do we know?
Yes, you absolutely know. It's the #1 media selling franchise in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar. It sells more than Star Wars and Marvel combined, which is mind-boggling to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very much.
When you're contending with the mouse, you know you're doing something right.
Right.
So, and he posted that he was going to be making a music video for an EDM remake of that song, the Pokemon theme song, and he was looking for local cosplayers. I didn't think too much of it. I posted a picture of me in a Pokemon trainer cosplay that I've done at a couple different conventions. And I was like, hey, this is me as Pokemon trainer. Let me know what's going on. If you need cosplayers, I'm in. And like the very next day, I got a direct message from Jason. And he was like, your cosplay is awesome. I want you in my video. And so after a couple messages back and forth, today I went out to a small little studio, got in front of a green screen, made a fool of myself for about 15 minutes in Pokemon cosplay, and then got to sit down and just shoot the shit with Jason Page for 15 to 30 minutes. And it was a ton of fun. He signed a Funko Pop figure for me and a couple of Pokemon cards, and yeah, I just had a really good time. And trust me when I tell you, as soon as that video hits YouTube, there will be links in the description of whatever episode just came out. Definitely on the Discord as well.
Awesome. I probably would have been there with my sexy Umbreon costume.
Nice.
But I'm not local, so I couldn't make it.
Well, keep an eye on your local cosplay Facebook pages, because apparently what he's doing now is he's going to be touring across the country, and getting Pokemon cosplayers from all over the place to put in this video. So, so keep an eye open. Like, maybe you'll get a chance to throw on that sexy Umbreon cosplay anyway.
Right. You know it. I'm gonna do it.
Is that just like deep purple body paint and like yellow accents? Is
No, it's just a onesie.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Onesies are sexy. Onesies and nice thick wool socks.
Oh yeah,
especially in the winter. That's hot. I mean, very hot.
Extremely warm.
Hot. Very warm. Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
So now that we've talked a little bit about last year,
let's talk about the year before that.
Oh, and one other. I do want to bring up one more episode. Like I feel like, one other episode I really enjoyed last year was the D&D campaign settings episode. Because I basically just got to like grill you and a couple other people who've been playing D&D for a very long time about all the shit that you forgot about.
Right.
And
yeah, right. That was crazy.
And as I was naming stuff, you guys were like, "Oh shit, that was a thing."
I mean, it's
that
crazy.
was a good time for me. That was a very special time for me.
It's hard to imagine how long D&D has been around and how many worlds have been created in just D&D. How many worlds are still being created? I mean, look what's happening with Matt Mercer's creations. I mean,
oh my god.
They're like official D&D campaign settings now. That's weird. That's so weird.
And the amount of shit that's coming out of Critical Role in general, the comic book, the animated show,
let's just we can't get talking about this. This will turn into the Legend of Vox Machina show just on its own. So we got to stop. Coming soon to a podcast near you, though.
Yeah, now that we've talked about last year, we'll talk about this year a bit, and that is definitely an episode that will be coming.
Man, I cannot wait for that. Oh, but can't talk about it. Can't talk about it.
Do you want to talk about some of the other stuff we've got plans for?
I mean, yeah, obviously. So we're going to do a whole episode on garlic noodles.
Garlic noodles, yeah.
No, we're going to do some revisits. We always got to do some revisits. We do have some new stuff that we're going to do.
We're definitely going to be revisiting Star Wars because we've got to talk about that. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that new season of The Mandalorian. I mean, the Book of Boba Fett.
Look, you know what? Fuck, no, you're drawing me into these things. I'm like, I was ready to fucking lay it down. I'll save it for the podcast. But believe, I have an opinion on that. And I don't disagree with you, but I don't disagree with you in a good way, though.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not complaining about the fact that it was the new season of The Mandalorian.
God, you're gonna draw me into it! Anyways, the next one, we gotta do Marvel.
Oh, you gotta do Marvel.
But I don't know when, because it's like, okay, we could do it now. Absolutely. Oh, wait, Moon Knight's coming out in a month. We could wait until after Moon Knight. Wait, after that, it's going to be the Multiverse of Madness. When the fuck are we supposed to do this, Marvel? We need to be able to do a fucking podcast. You need to stop making shit, but never stop making shit, or I'll break all your kneecaps.
This is why we'll do the Marvel episode, but then we'll cover more Marvel stuff in the mid-season break, and then we'll cover more Marvel stuff in the season wrap-up.
Right. Well, we'll have to. You know what? We should almost even turn the. You know what? No, okay, no, yeah. Let's do it. Mini Marvel podcast right now, starting now. God damn it! You're right.
Fucking No Way Home was my shit.
You know what? You know what? It's been long enough. Spoiler incoming. It was amazing. That movie was fucking amazing.
And spectacular.
Know the best part about it was. It was spectacular, and it was superior. But you know what was the best part about that movie?
Go ahead.
The Charlie Cox cameo.
Okay.
I'll take no further questions at this time.
You know what? I have none. I have no questions. I'll save that for the actual Marvel podcast. We'll talk about that. But oh my god, yeah, that was, and like the fact that they're coming out with a second Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales,
Oh my
like
God, yeah.
that animated movie, the first one was my jam. I can't
Oh
wait.
my God,
And the new Spider-Man game coming out,
Right?
which looks like it's going to be co-op. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my hopes up a little too high for that, but like,
And the Uncle Ben spinoff that they're doing. Are they not doing that?
I hadn't. Oh, you know what? I've heard it's going to be a VR game, and you put on the VR headset,
Oh.
and then it's just black.
Oh no! Stop! You gotta stop! No! Oh, I couldn't stop you in time. Oh no!
It's the Uncle Ben simulator.
Oh, and you lose if you don't say "with great power comes great responsibility" before you black
Yep.
before you black out. Oh no! Oh no!
I'm not proud of myself for that.
Oh wow!
But yeah, we'll definitely.
Yeah, all the Oh, and then, oh my God! I mean, you want to talk about just the Sony stuff coming out? I'm actually excited for Morbius. I don't fucking care what anybody says.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Morbius, and you guys can get fucked. Because you know what? I think that we're going to get a little Toby Ranch.
Look, when it comes to Sony's Spider-Verse properties, the first Venom movie, I wasn't a big fan. The second Venom movie, I lowered my expectations a lot, and I enjoyed it because of how low my expectations were. So like,
That's what you got.
yeah, like I enjoyed it. So I think if I was able to enjoy the second Venom movie, I think I'll definitely be able to enjoy Morbius and anything else that they decide to come out with.
Right. Yeah. We really could just keep talking about Marvel, and then in 6 months we could do it again, and then in 6 months after that we could fucking do it again. Fucking Marvel.
Well, let's say we already said that we're gonna be talking about Star Wars again. We're gonna be talking about Marvel again. We already said we're talking about Matt Mercer's verse again, whatever we want to call that.
Okay, let me just say we have to talk about Star Wars again. Why? Because they're just turning into another fucking Marvel. Those sons of bitches. They're just releasing content after content after content. We're just gonna have to make like a multimedia fucking guild. We're gonna have to get a YouTube channel going. We're gonna have to get a couple more guild members just to start the YouTube channel and start doing fucking film theories and show theories and reviews and
we'll just buy MatPat. How about that? We'll just get some guild funds and buy MatPat, and from now on it'll be Casters Guild Presents Film Theory.
Man, I don't know.
MatPat, reach out to us, castersguild@gmail.com. I'll make you an offer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a not great one, MatPat, but you're gonna get an offer for sure. How about we get you on Hot Ones?
Oh man, if we could get MatPat, I think, to do just about anything if we could get him on Hot Ones.
Sean, please.
Sean, reach out to us, castersguild@gmail.com. We're about to turn this into a video game style fetch quest where you like get this reward to get this reward to take to this person to take to that.
It's like, look, Sean, I know, I get it. You're huge now, and you got some huge fucking stars on your show. We don't want on the show. We are not big enough to be on your show. We understand that. We're not Rhett and Link. We know. But MatPat could be fun.
Just let us know what you want. Look, MatPat, you want to get on Hot Ones. All right, now Hot Ones. What do you want, Hot Ones? We can turn this into like that chain side quest.
And we're initiating this. Don't go behind our back and do this deal on your own. You keep us in the mix.
Yeah, if I see MatPat on Hot Ones. No, but all serious. We bring you both up because we love your shows. MatPat, we love you. Sean, we love you. Yeah.
And I actually do legit want to see MatPat on.
I do, dude. He was
so much.
He was also petitioning to be the new Jeopardy host, and I thought that would have been fantastic.
Say it again.
MatPat was petitioning to be the new Jeopardy host.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
And like he wanted it to be. I think they got me and Bialik to be the new one. I know she was doing the college episodes. I don't know if she's just the whole new host, but I mean, like, it's still a good pick. But like, I would have loved to see MatPat as the new host of Jeopardy.
Yeah, definitely.
But we love you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's
Anyways, enough about them.
I don't.
Back to us.
Other things we'll be talking about again. We'll definitely be revisiting wrestling, and if for no other reason, just to get Billy back on, because I don't know if I have anything else to say about wrestling, but I love having Billy on.
Yeah, Billy's a good source of info. He is a very passionate individual when it comes to wrestling. I will say that I mean I love wrestling, but I definitely don't keep up with it as much as he does, and at the level that he does, it's very impressive, and he's fun to talk to. So
We still need to put together that booster draft of that wrestling card game.
oh yeah, I mean I have them. They're ready to go. I got starter decks ready to go. Shit. Have we talked about Jurassic Park at all?
We haven't. Which that new movie's coming out, so that could be an excuse to talk about Jurassic Park.
You know what? Oh my god. Do you know what would be a great episode to have? Stop motion animation.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
stop
and
motion
a
animation
lot of people don't do it anymore. Like CG has just like completely replaced it. But like when it's done well, the CG just cannot touch it.
Kibo or Kupo? Kipo? Tebow? No, not Tebow. Debo. That's from Friday.
Or is A Legend of the Two Strings?
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, man! I watched some of the behind-the-scenes videos of that. You know, where they keep the camera steady and you can see the people coming in and moving everything.
Mm-hmm. Time lapse it. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so fucking pretty.
It's beautiful.
Oh. And then you can talk about that, all the new stuff, and then you could talk about Ray Harryhausen, who actually just recently died, didn't he?
I'm not up on that news. I don't know.
Past few years, but yeah, I mean, I think that would be a great little episode, and I know we have people who would be willing to come in and talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's not terribly long ago. 2013.
No.
I'll keep telling myself that. Anyways,
we'll definitely be doing at least one more top 10s episode. That was another fun one from last year, and I feel like maybe we should do less lists this year because we had to rapid fire in order to fit that into 2 hours. Like, there's a lot of stuff we did not talk about on those lists just because we didn't have the time.
I honestly think that maybe we should just do like a top 10. Just do one thing.
Just one list.
One thing. Top 10. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm. We might do a couple of those. We might do a couple of those.
Sorry, Good Mythical Morning. I was not trying to steal your fucking your thing.
Once again, we love you, Good Mythical Morning.
No. Wait a minute. No. You know what? No. I feel okay stealing it because that motherfucker Rhett is stealing my joke.
Oh?
Of that was my nickname in high school.
Oh yeah.
How long have you known me, Rick?
You were definitely doing that longer. You were doing that longer than Rhett and Link were.
But no, I mean, all props out. I was like, he did it one time, and I'm like, ha, that's funny. He's doing my thing, and then he did it again, Rick.
Then he did it
again.
That bastard.
He's trying to make it his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad. That's okay. It's not like we ever met in real life, so there's no way he's stealing it from me.
Right.
But I'm just saying that one time in the Georgia airport where he said something funny and I said that was my nickname in high school, never happened, is what I'm saying.
No, never happened. If I go check our subscriber list and find an email that's attached to Rhett and Link, like, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow.
Right? Like fucking what's her name?
Stevie,
yeah, so fucking Stevie's in there like following us. Or fucking Josh.
Yeah, we listen to Ear Biscuits.
Yeah.
Stevie. You know who you are.
and that one dude who likes to talk.
God.
I feel bad because now I don't remember. Is it Steve's talk? Trevor talks too much. There, Trevor, I gave you a shout out. I don't know you, but I'm referencing your shit, so I'm at least going to give you a shout out. Trevor talks too much.
Mm-hmm.
There.
And the Not a Sandwich podcast.
Yeah.
Mythical Chef Josh.
So when are we going to be on Good Mythical Morning, I guess is what I'm asking.
Look, okay. I've seen people do some weird shit on Good Mythical Morning. You covered the Game Grumps in cream of mushroom soup. It happened. I'm letting you know now I'm willing to go weirder.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I know how you guys cannot handle hot shit. I will do that one chip challenge with you guys. I hate hot stuff. I can't. I am on your guys' level. I can't handle it. I will go on there. I will take on Rhett and Lick Daddy, and we will fucking take that one chip challenge, and we will probably both die. And
I will hang upside down for half an hour reading bat facts in a bat costume while Cotton Candy Randy plays with my beard using his beard. That's good television.
Yeah, that's great television. I don't know. I'll do things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say that I always said that I would never do those spicy challenges, but I will do it to get on Good Mythical Morning.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I won't even do it on my own show. I won't spicy challenges. There's no point. I won't do it.
Speaking of which, now that we're about an hour in, it's about time. It's about time that I mentioned that when you do those spicy challenges and you just feel unclean afterwards, like you're just covered in spice.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, definitely need to get all that gunk off of you.
Yeah, maybe you should go to geekyclean.com/Guild Decree or use Guild Decree at checkout to get a percentage off your order of awesome bath bombs that have dice inside. And if you're like, you know what, I've been ordering so many bath bombs, I have like mountains of dice now, and this is just getting a little too expensive. They now have the I feel like terrible because I don't even know what they're calling them, but there's just bags of cubes of the bath bomb stuff, and you can pour in how much you want. And there's no dice in it, but it's a whole lot less expensive too, and you get a whole lot more. So like if you want that bath experience, but don't want to spend as much, and you already have a mountain of dice, you can do that too. But yeah, go check out the awesome people at geekyclean.com. Use discount code GuildDecree at checkout.
Yeah, do what he said, or we'll come find you. I mean, if you're on our Snapchat and you have your location, that's like the...
But if you do want a good use for those mountain of dice, we're also going to definitely be talking about D&D some more for Season 3. I think we have plans to talk about our D&D experiences again, just to kind of talk about fun shit we've done while playing and running D&D. And in our series of how to play D&D, we've taught you how to play D&D. We've taught you how to be the DM. I think our next up is teaching you how to create your own world, how to create your own campaign setting. I think that's what's next for us.
And actually, that is prime considering all the stuff we were talking about with, like, you know, the Critical Role people and all the cool shit that's coming out for D&D is a lot of campaign settings, and there's even a new Dragonlance book coming out this year. What? Not for D&D, but like novel.
Still?
What?
I didn't know that. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I will say that I am, as much as I love the little bastard, I am disappointed that Tasselhoff Burfoot is on the cover. Will you please let the little fucker die? Please. You let everybody else die. You let everybody else die. Let him die, please. He's not making you as much money as you think he is. Let him die.
Somebody has to live to tell the tale.
Yeah, literally anybody else. Literally anybody else. I realize it had to have been someone's character, and they're like, oh, well, he's very important to the story, and it's because it was your fucking character, Margaret, or Tracy, one of you. It was your fucking character, and that's why he's still there. Come clean. Fucking just come clean. I won't even be mad anymore.
You'll feel better.
Like, you know what? That makes sense. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. You do you. You keep him in there. You keep him in there as long as you can. But don't pretend. Don't pretend. Come on the show, Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. Come on the show. We'll talk about it.
We'll title that episode Confession Time. And we'll all get some stuff off of our chest.
Or the Burfoot Intervention. I like either one. And then I'll tell you about my Kender that I'm playing in another game. Because I actually love Kender a lot. But you gotta let him die. All right? Damn. All right, I'm done.
Look forward to more of that rant on our Dragonlance episode.
Yeah, I hate it because he is really one of my favorite characters, but fuck. Anywho.
I hate Raceland. a lot of stuff though has been happening in the geek world. You got that. You got they're working on a D&D Netflix show too, right?
Is that a D&D Netflix show? I know they were working on a movie.
It could be either at this point. I'm not sure. They're definitely making a Lord of the Ring Amazon show.
Yeah.
And spending ridiculous amounts of money on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks amazing.
It better with that budget.
I almost feel, hey, you know what? That could be another episode there. Instead of just doing like, one on just Lord of the Rings or The Witcher or something like that, just do fantasy and movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'd be a huge fucking topic, especially once we start talking about Lord of the Rings winning the Academy Award.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Amazon's on top of it though. Like they're really entering they've got that new animated series that has to do with the boys coming out. A bunch of animated.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of doing like their own version of the Animatrix, but it's like for the boys.
And I will say this: as much as I hate Bezos, I hate that they're making good stuff even more.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you giving me quality content? I fucking hate it.
Why can't you just make it easy for me to boycott you, Amazon? I say with 2 Amazon packages in the background of my camera right now.
Right. And I don't use Amazon at all. And I can say that because I don't have any boxes betraying me behind my back. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, and I'll say, as much as I hate them, I have used fucking Amazon for quite a while, and you know what? There for a while, I was reliant on it because of the crisis.
Yeah, we all were. That the Amazon Prime keeps coming out with quality content. Audible is a great deal in general. They're not paying me to say that. I wish they were.
Man, that's what we should do. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say this right now. That should be our goal as a guild. To not just be an affiliate with somebody. To have a full-on sponsor. That's our goal. Full-on sponsor. Anybody out there want to have their product lauded before at least 5 people? Get a hold of us.
We will we'll definitely sell the shit out of it.
I will suck your dick on air, whatever product you want to send my way.
And that's how it gets advertised too. Look, let me say this, okay? And I could be shooting myself in the foot here, but before you sponsor us, please go back and listen to the spots that I've done for geekyclean.com, and please be the type of person that wants their product advertised in that way, because I'm not changing for you.
Be ready for that shit. We're gonna have to get like some fucking NordVPN bullshit right there. That's gonna come and.
God, that would be the perfect sponsor, would it not? For the way I advertise products, like when you've got the dirtiest shit on your computer, what you need is NordVPN.
Oh man, no, you know who we need, because it seems like a shoe-in. Raid Shadow Legends.
Shadow Legends.
Shadow Legends.
I actually watched a video not that long ago of somebody tearing apart Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor, because they had Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor, and they're like, yeah, they tell you that you can say anything you want, but you can't say this or this, and you have to say like this, and it has to be this long. So like,
no. Did he really think that he got to say whatever the fuck? Has he not seen every other fucking Raid Shadow Legends?
They're the exact same copy. It's the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, it's like go into Raid Shadow Legends where everybody is a friend. People will help you. I just got this character. He's pretty badass. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, we know there's a fucking formula, and if you don't know that there's a fucking formula to these fucking advertisements, you're a fucking moron.
It's more than just a formula. It's like straight copy. They basically are sending you a script. Like it's like
it's a script.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even. How did he even think that there was anything different than a fucking script to that ad? Anyways, try Raid Shadow Legends.
Well, like
our ad. There we go.
The reason he had a problem with it was because they lied. They didn't say, because like they're plenty of sponsorships out there. They're like, we're going to send you this copy. We're going to send you this script. This is what we want you to say. And then Raid was like, oh yeah, you can totally make your ads like you. Make it sound like you. We want it to be like you. But you have to make sure that you say these things, and it has to be within this time frame. So, like, by the time you say everything that they want you to say, your time is up, which basically means it's a script. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. So do they say that you cannot go over a certain amount?
I'm not 100% sure. Well, you know what? We'll have to do our own research. We'll have to get them as a sponsor. Raid Shadow Legends.
Yep.
Contact me. casterskill@gmail.com.
You know what? And you know what? Send me a fucking script. I will read it word for word, and I will give you exactly what the fuck you want. Why? Because I know that's what I was getting anyways. Okay, buddy? Just send it.
We'll let him read the script, because you know I go off the rails, so we'll let him do that. We'll let Baron do that sponsorship. We'll let him read the script.
Right, exactly. Raid Shadow Legends. I'll be the fucking whore for that one. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Do it.
We'll throw on. Look, we'll throw on our deep fantasy dwarven voices. Raid Shadow Legends.
I mean, unless you want me to be an elf, I will do whatever you want. Raid Shadow Legends. Give me money.
Coming to us, a mobile device near you. It's a game unlike any other. Raid Shadow Legends. Give us money.
Give it.
I mean, what else has happened that we've missed in the past, mid-season break? There's so much geeky shit that just keeps coming out.
It's like they lifted the fucking portcullis of the crisis, and everything started flowing out. It is the flood to end all floods of geekiness. It is 40 days and 40 nights of geek fucking content, and we are drowning amongst the content.
Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons. I have to bring that up because you know how I like me some dragons. You know about my dragon tattoo. I'm the guild master with the dragon tattoo.
Let me tell you that I am a big fan of Fizzband. Can you guess which one of us was severely disappointed by that book and which one of us loved it? Just guess. Yeah, you're right.
I will say I am extremely excited to put all the new dragon shit in my games. Like, they gave you all the layers.
They have dragon shit in it?
Oh, you know it. You know it, baby. How do you think dragons give boons?
Wait,
it's hands full of dragon shit.
Dude, dragon shit, though, if you think about it, that's got to be some good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be, like, the best fucking fertilizer ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's fucking local farmers going to the gold dragon den, and they're like, hey, Xanathar has a whole side hustle dedicated to dragon shit. I'm willing to bet you. If not Xanathar, then the Zentarum. It's got to be one of the two of them. One of the two. Whichever one has a dragon in their bank.
The underground dragon shit trade is rampant throughout Faerun. Oh, God, now I want to put together a whole campaign about the adventurers trying to shut down the underground dragon shit trade.
Love it.
Oh, that would be such an amazing campaign.
Love it. Let's do it.
Oh, I gotta be on my Funko tip, too. Funko is not letting up at all.
I don't think they ever will. There will be no dying off. When Funko inevitably dies, it will just cease to exist.
Like, one day they'll have, like, an announcement of, like, 30 new Funko Pops coming out, and then that'll be, like, the last announcement we ever hear from them.
They won't even say that they're closing down. They won't even say it.
They just, all of a sudden, they'll stop releasing them.
Bye. And, I'm sorry to anybody out there that heard me say they're inevitable, and, I mean, everything ends, guys.
Yeah, it's true.
Even Funko.
Yeah, there's no toy, no collectible that has lasted forever. Like their run will end eventually. I will say one of the reasons it has gone so long, and one of the reasons it will continue to go for a long time, is because of how many properties and how many licenses they are producing toys for.
Yeah.
They're able to stay relevant.
Yep. But something will come along. It'll take the crown, or Funko will drop the crown and someone will pick it up. That's just what happens. It's just what happens.
But my Funko collection continues to grow. The new What If Funkos that just came out all look amazing. I just picked up today. I just picked up Zombie Hunter Spidey.
Nice.
Jason Page signed one of my Funkos today.
Unfortunately, it was the gelatinous cube one. Doesn't make sense. Don't know why he decided to sign that one. But, whatever, Jason. You're Jason. You do it.
He signed Pikachu for me. It was awesome.
Oh, I mean, that makes way more sense. Makes way more sense.
I will tell you that there are some things with Funko that frustrate me, right? So they announced all of the Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness Funkos. They're all available for pre-order right now. GameStop has their own exclusive version of Doctor Strange, and I cannot for the life of me tell the difference between the regular Doctor Strange and the GameStop exclusive Doctor Strange. Now, you're damn right, I went down to GameStop and pre-ordered the GameStop exclusive version, but I have no idea why I decided to get that one over the regular one, because I cannot tell the difference between the two. Normally, there's something going on, like it says, like, oh, this one glows in the dark, or this one is flocked, or this one is this, but, like, I can't tell the difference. I don't know what it is.
I haven't seen either of them, so we'll have to trust your judgment on that, especially considering how many Funkos you have. I believe between the two of us, you are the most qualified to be able to review Funkos like that. So if your discerning eye cannot find a difference between the two, I will argue that there is no difference. GameStop should come clean.
But that's my biggest.
Come on the show.
I think that's my biggest problem with Funko in general. They aren't super clear, like, about like what's coming out, when it's coming out, what's the difference between the different exclusive versions. They on their Facebook page, they'll like release pictures and they'll go, this is coming, or this is pre-orderable. But I feel like I'm missing out on Funkos that, like, I'm not catching the announcements for, or I'm not understanding the difference between this one and that one, and just that's really my only problem with Funko. And trust me, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm looking for something to nitpick about, because I love my Funkos. I have 270 some of them now.
So more than a couple is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it.
And some of the designs are crazy. Like, one of the ones I specifically hunted down, I believe it was a Target exclusive, and it's Aang from Avatar, and he's in the Avatar state, and he's surrounded by the air bubble, and he's got like the ring of fire and the ring of water and the ring of rocks all around the bubble, and it's all glow in the dark. So like his eyes and his arrows glow because he's in the Avatar state. Like, that's just such a cool design toy. There's also the Infinite All for One Deku, or One for All Deku that they came out with, that if you watch My Hero Academia, there's the episode where he gets Eri on his back, and he's able to let loose because Eri's just constantly healing him, so he gets to go with like the infinite All for One. And
let me tell you, that is the last episode I watched, and cried. I cried.
Oh yeah, and
so powerful.
I've pre-ordered that because it's a pop, and it's Deku, and he's got Eri on his back, and like he's surrounded by the green lightning, and just keep doing what you're doing, Funko. I don't care if you're not super clear. Just keep coming out with awesome shit for me to throw my money at you.
We'll say that I think the only problem I have with the Funko is they leak so many things.
That's true.
I mean, because of the toy, and I'm sure that they don't have a lot of control over that, and I'm betting that some of it may even be by design, because I think that a lot of the hype that Marvel gets is because, you know what, this could be more into the Marvel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just again, because this is, I think, unofficial mini Marvel podcast. I think that the leaks are sometimes orchestrated.
You can't convince me otherwise. There's no way they're not.
Because those leaks generate most of their hype.
At this point, I think if they tell Tom Holland anything, it's because they want it to leak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Tom Holland is in on that. Like, I don't think he knows that he's being used in that way. But at this point, they know that anything they tell him is going to, like, be let loose. There's an interview you can see where before, and once again, spoilers for No Way Home. There's an interview where that Tom is doing with Zendaya about No Way Home, and they're talking about the scene where she's falling from the tower. She's falling from the Statue of Liberty or whatever. And she's like, yeah, that scene was like so much fun. And he was like, yeah, it looked fun. He was like, I mean, I wasn't there, but the two of you looked like you had a lot of fun. And then you immediately see on his face, he realizes what he just said. Like,
that was great.
Like, he just said the two of you doing a stunt together, but it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Then who was it, Tom?
Who was it?
One of the other Spider-Men who's totally not in this movie?
Wink.
And Andrew Garfield really tried to sell us on the fact that he wasn't in that movie. Like, in all the interviews he was doing, because he was doing his own press tour for that movie he was doing with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
With the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Yeah,
like that?
where he was playing the guy who wrote Rent. So he was doing his own press tour, and of course everybody was asking him on that press tour, are you in Spider-Man? Like, what do you think about the new Spider-Man? Like, all that good stuff. And he just kept, no, I'm not in it. I really wish I was in it. I'm not in it. I love the new Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland. You know, Toby will always be my Spider-Man. You know, like, he'll dance around it, but, like, when asked directly, he would say, no, I'm not in the movie. Liar.
They told him, probably, hey, don't deny it. Just deny it all. Whatever happens, if someone comes at you with the fucking, you know, indisputable proof, deny it. You're an actor. You can do this. But he did it.
Yeah.
He. The only reason why it wasn't believable is because it wasn't fucking believable.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was unbelievable. It's because we had all the facts.
Mm-hmm.
We had them.
We had the leaks.
Picture. We had the picture. Oh, it's Photoshop. Is it, Andrew? Is it? We've seen Photoshop. That's not. Photoshop isn't that good yet, buddy. It's close. It's getting there.
It's pretty damn good, but
they're just, yeah.
Who's kicking the lizard in the face in the trailer, Andrew?
Right.
Who's doing it?
Who is it? Is it Toby? Yeah. Oh. Is it Invisible Tom variant? Maybe.
I went and saw that movie in theaters twice. That
Good.
it was so good.
Amazing.
So good.
So, I still think, I will say this. The best part, sticking with it, Charlie Cox cameo. Worst part, you ready for my worst part?
Mm-hmm.
Worst part is what wasn't in that movie.
Okay.
What should have been in that movie?
I will maintain that Miles should have been in that movie.
Boom. That's who should have been in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I said from the jump, because they are bringing in alternate Spider-Man, I even said this, I was like, if they bring in Tom and they bring in Andrew, or
Toby.
they bring in Toby and Andrew, and I get it, they were all in movies. But you know what? They missed a golden opportunity to introduce Miles.
If nothing else, and like even this I feel like it would have been sold short on, but if nothing else, give him the mid-credit scene.
Yeah. Yes. It shouldn't have gone to Venom. They wasted Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Venom should have that I don't even know why they fucking included that in there. It was fucking dumb. It's probably them just being like, okay, well, this Venom isn't part of this world, so I guess we're gonna have to introduce Venom some way.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's dumb. They should have given the mid-credit scene to Miles, and I'll tell you what they could have done. If they could have introduced Miles as a full-fledged Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a kid, maybe around Tom's age, whatever. They introduce him, they fight, blah, 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 right? He goes back to his world. Tom is walking around minding his own business, and he sees a Miles variant.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. he sees a Miles in his world.
And now he has to teach Miles how to be Spider-Man.
Yep.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Should have been. It wasted a golden opportunity. And it's like, okay, so you have world-hopping Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? You had a world-hopping Spider-Man even before this. His name was fucking Miles.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just showed up.
Yep.
Find some kid that looks like him. Find some kid that looks like that Miles. Plop him in this fucking universe. Again, even if it was a mid-credit scene, he was like, bloop, bloop, shit. Bloop, bloop. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all you had to do.
Yep.
That's all you had to do.
And like he can already world hop, so like he didn't come over with the rift. He, due to the multiversal spider sense, felt some shit was going down in this universe, pops over to check on it. You've already given us the Prowler.
Golden opportunities, and they just shit on them. Shit all over him.
This is why we should be in charge in the MCU.
You're right. We should. No. You know what? I'm going to promote someone who it has nothing to do with our podcast again, but has their own shit. I think that MT from New Rockstars should fucking head the MCU. MT, Mastertainment, he is a fucking guru when it comes to the MCU. It is fucking scary what this man knows about. And it's all shit that he doesn't have preview information to. He is Nerdstradamus. He has figured this shit out. He has predicted it years in advance. And you know what? Even though he wants Frogman to make a huge debut in the MCU, I'd be willing to put up with it just to get him in the reins. Or, you know what, co-reigns, because you know what, as much as I don't have anything against Kevin Feige, so I don't even know why I was going to say that. Kevin Feige, you're doing a wonderful job, but what you need is a cool right-hand man, and that right-hand man is MT.
Look, I don't care which character it is. There are hundreds of characters that deserve to have a debut in MCU before fucking Star Fox. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sitting there watching the Eternals. Fucking Star Fox?
Okay, to be fair, Star Fox had a huge role to play in the Infinity Gauntlet series.
Yeah, but now they're past that. They're past the Infinity Stones. They could have... We had no need of Star Fox anymore. We're past that. And you know what? You want to know something else? If you're going to say that, if you're going to say, oh, well, we needed Star Fox because like he played a huge part.
I didn't say that.
But if...
say that.
Just playing devil's advocate, if you're like, to be fair, Star Fox had a... You know who else deserved a huge...
Hold on. You know what? I think we needed Star Fox.
Fuck you, Squirrel Girl.
Oh, you're right.
Squirrel Girl!
No, hold on. Okay, so here's the deal. They were going to do a TV show.
Fucking Adam Warlock!
Hold on. Adam Warlock should have been there a long time ago, yes. Hold on. Squirrel Girl.
It's a tough one.
Actually, yes, it is. I think that she had a TV show that was going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was on Hulu. And this is around the time that it was like Kevin Feige was like, these shows don't count.
Yeah.
These shows don't. They ended up scrapping it.
Right.
It happened at a very, very bad time. I think, and go with me on this, she's still coming.
She better be.
But she came at a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
So they are bringing her in later. Adam Warlock, that was bad luck.
They teased Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock should have been there for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but
I think I was convinced after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 that after credits teaser of Adam Warlock in that sarcophagus, I was convinced that stone on the sarcophagus was the Soul Stone, and that's how they were going to bring in the Soul Stone.
I think that's what how it should have been, honestly.
Yeah, it would have been better.
That's what should have went down. You're right.
All right, okay. Before we continue on our mini Marvel podcast,
yeah, fuck, we did just get drug into that again, didn't we? God damn it.
Some other things that happened in geek culture recently. Pokemon's Legends Arceus came out and completely consumed my life for like a week. but I will say it's a fantastic game. I love it. I've played the shit out of it. I'm still playing the shit out of it. Like, I'm not done yet. It is a step in the right direction, which is all we can ask for from the Pokemon Company at this point, because they've been releasing the same goddamn game for I don't know how many years now. Like, it's about time they do something different and fresh and better. But it's a game, it's a 10-year-old game, is what I have to say about it. Like, the graphics on it are 10 years old. It looks like a PS2 game.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it's like everything that they've done, it's all amazing, and like I want to do nothing but sing its praise, but as usual I will look for the thing to complain about just because of how awesome it is, and everybody else is going to tell you how awesome that game is. But Pokemon Company, you make more money than anyone. You make more money than any other franchise. That's not debatable. Take some of that money and polish your games. Like, there's no excuse for it at this point. Like, it's Pokemon and I'm going to play it. The only excuse for it is that, like, we're going to buy it anyway. The excuse for it is that they get away with it because they can. But other than that, there's no excuse to have a game that looks that bad. There's no excuse to have a game with mechanics that are that old. There's no excuse. It's just, you make too much money, Pokemon Company. Make a better product.
You had a great idea. You had, for great gameplay, make it look good.
Mm-hmm. And let's hope this is a step in the right direction, because they just announced Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, which is the new main series games, and I hope it's just not more of the same shit. Like, I hope they've learned some things from Pokemon Legends Arceus, and that it's coming over into Scarlet and Violet, and it's not just more of the same shit. I swear to God, if it's Sword and Shield again, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I love you, Pokemon, I do. This is why I talk about you this way. You break my heart.
You broke its heart, Pokemon. God, what do you think about that, Pokemon? Come on the show and tell us what you think.
Get somebody from Pokemon Company to come here and defend your graphical choices.
Yeah, but I could see our dumbasses. They'd fucking come on the show, a total shock to us, and we would just sit here like,
whatever you say, Pokemon.
You know what? You make a compelling argument, Pokemon, and they're like, well, first off, my name is. Second off, I haven't said anything. For you to say that to, oh, you're totally right. My bad. We're scum.
I'm sorry. Let me get to my knees and pull my hair back a little faster.
Oh man, good old Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. But any Pokemon fan will tell you that they love Pokemon and hate the Pokemon Company.
Yeah, see that.
But that being said, with the new game being announced, they announced the new starters, and they're adorable. And I want a Fuecoco so bad.
Is that the chili pepper?
It's the chili pepper dinosaur crocodile, whatever. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He is baby.
Yeah. I am just not a fire Pokemon starter. I don't. I go water every time, right? Mm-hmm. Or I'll go grass if I'm feeling froggy.
Same.
Never fire. I will go fire for that little guy.
Yep. Same.
Yep. Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the Donald Duck with Donald Trump hair.
Man.
And the cat Sprigatito is just gonna end up as another human-looking Pokemon. I just know it.
Oh, you're probably right.
It's gonna be more furry bait.
Right. But I will say it is cute. I do like the little kitty cat.
Yes. I feel like a lot of video games came out during our break, but like due to my lack of funds, I didn't buy any of them. But Kirby's coming! Damn it, Kirby's coming, and I love it.
Yeah. I saw something, and I think that like one of like the things that he does is called Mega Mouth Mode.
Mouthful mode.
Mouthful mode? Is that what
That's what it's called, mouthful mode. It's
bad.
Not good. It's not good. Have you seen the trailer for Mouthful mode?
No, well, you know what? Maybe I saw someone watching it.
It's bad.
Maybe I saw someone watching it. Yeah.
Like, he like sucks up a car, but like in standard Kirby fashion, like normal, he doesn't swallow it and gain a power. He just like is like he like turns into a car cover pretty much, and like the car drives around because the wheels are sticking out from his mouth. I will say that is the thing that has me scared for the new Kirby game is mouthful mode. But Kirby hasn't done me wrong yet. So, okay, Kirby 64 Crystal Shards wasn't great. But other than that, Kirby hasn't done me wrong yet. So I'm going to trust it. And we'll see. I'm still going to buy it. I'm going to buy it when it comes out. I'm going to pay full price. And I'm going to play that game. And Kirby is my comfort. Like, you cannot be mad. You cannot be sad. You cannot be in a bad mood while playing a Kirby game. It's just too happy.
Challenge accepted.
I'll
be playing it. I'll be playing it and I'll throw the controller. Fuck this game. Damn it. Damn it.
Me playing a Kirby game is like Owen Wilson on a jet ski. It is.
Oh shit.
I can't not be happy while playing Kirby. But speaking of games that we will be playing, now that I have a proper setup, there's a pretty good chance I'll be joining you on your Twitch ventures. And we got some things planned. Sea of Thieves. We'll probably be playing some Sea of Thieves. I've already got it downloaded on my computer. I've played the tutorial. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's downloading literally right now. So I'm probably going... If there's a tutorial, I'll probably hop on, try out the tutorial tonight.
Mm-hmm. There's even like it's really cool because the tutorial has like some hidden stuff. It's like a little island that it's called like the Maiden Voyage tutorial, and the tutorial is just you getting off that island. But if you spend some extra time and do some stuff around the island, you get some extra bonus stuff for your character. So make sure that you spend a little bit extra time looking around and finding stuff. There's a game I saw somebody play on YouTube recently called The Test, and I think I want to put you through the test on your Twitch channel. We'll see how that goes.
Tell me about that. I'm willing to throw down.
So yeah, we definitely have some stuff planned. Also, I know you had talked about playing Minecraft before, and with my new computer, I got Xbox Game Pass for free, and Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons are both included. So I have Minecraft now.
Cool. Just make sure that we have the same version.
Okay, it's whatever version comes with Game Pass. So I would assume it's whatever the newest version is.
Hopefully, because there's a Java version and then there's another version.
Oh, jeez.
We'll
figure it out. We'll figure it out. But point is, if you're listening to this and you like to watch Brad on Twitch, which if you're listening to this, you should. If you like our podcast, there's a good chance that you'll like hanging out with him on Twitch. I'll probably be joining him soon in some of those things, and we'll be doing some things together on Twitch. And if I catch the bug, maybe I'll do some stuff by myself on Twitch too.
Yeah, and by catching the bug, he means people jump in and encourage him to do this. Do it.
Well, I don't want to get into everything we'll be doing this season. I think I want to leave some stuff as a surprise.
I was keeping a veil on.
There's also some things that are in the works that aren't guaranteed to go through, so I don't want to overpromise here and say that we're going to have this person on, or we're going to talk about this thing, or we're going to do this, and then it ends up falling through.
Yeah. And that's why I try not to talk too much about guests, because it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell who's going to be able to show up on one of the shows, and yeah, I get it.
But know that we do have things planned, exciting things. I'm very excited about the state of the guild for season 3.
Me too. And even if the least of it is we are both in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
We're both in a better place. I think that we're both in a better place than when we started season 2. Definitely when we started season 1.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I think I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're going to do good.
So you want to go ahead and wrap us up here, Baird?
I think I can do that.
I know. Jeez, you'd think I was 13 again. What the hell?
I know.
I just turned 35 last month. God damn. I'm just leave it like that too. I'm not gonna take it again. We're just, you know what? You got to go on that journey with us, listener.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying, those of you listening to this right now, be aware that the week that you are listening to this podcast, I will be turning 43 years old. Feel free to share this around, to leave the comments, to come into Discord, do everything. Wish me happy birthday, but the best birthday gift of all will be blowing this episode up. Blow it up for me for my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Get us the clicks.
That said, thank you again for keeping us going. Thank you again for listening to us when we almost felt like we were at our wits' end. You brought us back from the brink. You are keeping this guild train rolling. You are the fuel that is driving the guild train. Ooh, that actually sounds horrible. Coming from a D&D perspective. That's right. Anyways, thank you for everything that you do for us. We cannot wait for you to see what we have in store for you. We cannot wait to see what we have in store for you, because sometimes we don't know. And it'll be a journey that we take together, and I'm glad that we have you with us.
Absolutely. Please email us at castersguild@gmail.com. We'd love to answer your questions on air. We'd love to have you on air. Check out geekyclean.com/guild decree. Get yourself some cool bath bombs. Every bath bomb you buy does support this cast and make sure that we can continue running it, because I found out the hard way we do need money to keep this thing going. Check us out on all the socials, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, God. I was holding that in for so long. I'm so sorry. Let me mute myself.
I'm so glad I have that recorded.